Hey guys, hi, welcome back once again. My name is Vaishali, and today I'd like to talk about feeling stuck. Now, many a times, many of us feel stuck in the journey and in the process of life. We can at times feel it in our workplaces, in our community settings, essentially in relationships that take place both in personal and professional settings. And it happens essentially because we are relationship creatures and we relate to everything around us, which includes both the so called living and the non living, the animate and the inanimate. We not only relate to our plants, to our pets, to our fellow human beings, we even relate to our cars, we even relate to our TV, we even relate to our phones, essentially telling us that we invariably seek relationships in everything that we connect with. And at times we can feel liberated from those experiences, and at times we can find ourselves feeling stuck in the similar things. We may feel stuck out of our past or our current personal experiences, from information that shapes our personality to some degree, that we may even feel stuck in the persona of our personality, which has been created out of our personal, experienced personal reality. Many of us today know that even that's moldable and reshapeable, for it's a constant process in development. And since it's moldable, since it's reshapeable, and since it's a process in development, it just needs a whole lot of work, which may feel very uncomfortable many a times. Now, when I'm using the word stuck or being unable to move or to take any action, I'm not talking about infants, toddlers, children, young adults, people with some disabilities, mental and physical, and people living and dealing with real adverse circumstances, like living in areas struck by natural disasters and people living in war zones. So, when I'm talking about being stuck or feeling stuck, I'm addressing people like me who experience freedom in more ways than the ones that I've earlier mentioned. So, now coming back to addressing the topic of feeling stuck, which I had also personally experienced a few years back for a lot of years, till of course I needed to take some action, till some action was brought in place. And it wasn't easy, it wasn't comfortable, and I was a whole lot scared. And at times when we are required to take those actions, they can happen in very radical and drastic ways, and at times as a gradual process. But the work is a process in continuation always. So as I reflected and contemplated on the aspects of feeling stuck a little more, I came across this beautiful quote. And I need to mention that I have edited this quote to make it a little more mine. We feel stuck for two reasons. Firstly, because we are leaving our comfort zone, and quite naturally, as a default, we would like to slip back to what's known and what's familiar. For at times, what we seem to know feels a little more comfortable than what we do not know, what's unfamiliar. Something similar in the lines of the known devil is better than an unknown angel. And the second reason, in my understanding, with regards to the feeling of stuckness is because we are choosing to stay in our comfort zone and doing and repeating the same old over and over again, even when it's uncomfortably uncomfortable. But yet, it's familiar. It's the same old. Unconsciously or subconsciously, that's the choice we are making in our co-creation. That's the choice that we are co-creating. And as I thought more about feeling stuck, something more important came up. A very natural progressive question to ask, to inquire into, that even when I am feeling stuck, that even when we are feeling stuck, what is my need? What is our need that is getting met? For there has to be some unconscious, subconscious need that is getting met even when we are feeling stuck, even when we are choosing to stay stuck. For if we are in a relatively free environment and are able to call ourselves as free individuals who have the capacity and the willingness to make choices and decisions in life without the really adverse conditions, There has to be some aspect of our needs which are getting met. We just have to really keep digging into those subconscious aspects. And just to give an example, a few of those needs can be getting a sense of external recognition, even when it doesn't seem to provide a sense of fulfillment. A sense of belonging into a community, even if it's unfulfilling. For my sense of belonging and fitting in has messed itself up. It can also be a sense of not being left alone, for being alone can feel like being abandoned and fearful for a lot of people. Of having some kind of a financial security, of getting to keep and maintain an image and thereby an identity that one has crafted for themselves. Essentially, a persona that one has crafted to be accepted, to be recognized, to feel belonged. Which reminds me of this ad that Andre Agassi had done a long time back, wherein he had said, "Image is everything." Till, of course, maintaining that image got truly uncomfortable and a heavy burden for him to carry, which not only made him reflect on his life and his life choices, but also made him take a 360-degree turn. And unless we are willing to look at that bigger picture, what are we negotiating for? For there are, of course, some needs that are getting met, even if some other needs or most other needs and desires are being unmet. To then even further questioning and doing an inventory, wherein we are asking, am I okay with the cost price or those cost prices of remaining and feeling stuck? For some of my needs are getting met, while most of them or few of them may never get met. Am I okay with feeling resentful for most days of my week, months, or years towards my situation and thereby the co-creators of my situation as well, which includes both myself and the others who are a party in this co-creation. Until we are willing to do that for ourselves, till we are willing to become honest with that inventory for ourselves, we will find ourselves repeatedly stuck. Where a part of us will be wanting to get unstuck, but a bigger part of us that has gotten habituated to remaining stuck because of the cost benefit analysis, because of the perks, will want to remain stuck, will fight hard to remain stuck in repeating and carrying forward the same dynamics, will be in resistance and will even resent the idea of any kind of a personal and interpersonal change. So let's reflect and re-examine the parameters of the equation of our stuckness, essentially of not being able to move, or our perceived sense of not being able to take any action, which can also be called as chosen inactivity, either consciously or subconsciously. Let's try and get honest with ourselves as to what are the perks we are getting from our stuckness and evaluating the debts and the credits in our personal and interpersonal accounts. Let's try and do that for ourselves, and I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in. And guys, if you do like the contextual content of these videos, please do like, share and subscribe.